What's going on, Moon Gang? This is your Dumb Money Update for today, Thursday, November 18th. I'm your host, Matt, and in this video, we'll be talking about what's going on in the overall market. Hint, hint, that one's a little bit boring, but we will be talking about from the legal side of things, how a judge in Florida just dismissed a case against Robinhood and Citadel Securities. I'll be giving you the details on that, and I also have the details on a new development related to Loopring and Gamestop. And then from there, we'll be diving into a stock that had a nice winning day and another stock that unfortunately had a losing day. So with all that being said, let's hop right into it. Alrighty, so just so you know very quickly, here's what happened in the overall market today. The S&P 500 is within spitting distance of a new all-time high. So if we rewind back to November 5th here, you can see the current all-time high of 470.65, at least at the time that I'm filming this. And today we closed out at 469.73, nice gain of 0.34%. Kind of a weird day. At first it sold off, it caught itself mid-day, and then ended up pushing green by the end of the day. The main thing I want to bring to your attention right here is if we consider the RSI, the relative strength index, one of the most common technical indicators on the bottom of the screen, this maps out momentum. It has values of 0 to 100. Above 70 is considered a lot of bullish momentum, aka overbought. Below 30 is considered to be a lot of bearish momentum, aka considered to be oversold. Well, we have a little bit of a mismatch going on right now. So roughly the same price levels sitting at a new all-time high, but the RSI is lower. This is why it's a mismatch, because at the roughly same price level, we're not seeing the same bullish momentum. The momentum has gone lower, but the price is roughly the same. That's why we call it bearish divergence. Now, this is commonly indicative of a sign of potentially a momentary sell-off or just even some sideways trading, which allows the RSI a chance to reset. Now, does this mean it has to sell off? Does this mean it has to trade sideways? Absolutely not. Whenever it comes to any technical indicator, you could always find some sort of a counter example out there. I'm just trying to bring this to your attention, especially with the talks of a new Fed, inflation, supply chain issues. Well, this might come to one of those points where if it can't make to a new high and push the RSI also to a new relative high relative to what we saw between November 5th and November 8th, that might be a sign that the bulls are running out of momentum, at least in the short term. So for me right now, I'm sitting on my hands, not playing it. I want to see if there's a breakout, or I want to see if there's a breakdown of at least the new recent relative low of around 462. Once again, this is all for the S&P 500. And I strongly believe that this move today, the nice green move, was supported by the fact that Apple, the world's biggest company right now, hit a new all-time high of 158, which is valuing it at $2.6 trillion. It's also part of the reason why the NASDAQ, remember, tech-heavy index, hit a new all-time high of 401.75. My next target on that is 407. And then the Russell 2000, little bit of a different scenario. Yes, it recently hit an all-time high, but it seems as if the small cap sector, which is important because AMC is a member of it, is unfortunately just, it's not keeping up with the other two indices we really pay attention to. Fortunately, we are in a bit of a bull flag scenario. We're in a bit of a wedge scenario. I want to see if it can hold itself here, 234, 235, and get this wedge breakout. That's what I'll be watching in the short term for the overall market. In terms of the overall crypto market, the bloodbath continues. Bitcoin is currently trading at 57,800, Ethereum just over 4,000, Solana 200, Matic $1.50, SHIB down to 43. Like I said, the bloodbath continues, but for me, I'm not panicking. I'm waiting till I finally see that first inkling of demand in crypto at large, and then that's, for me, the dip buy opportunity. I just want to give you that quick update of the overall market, but let's talk about some stuff that I find to be personally a little bit more interesting. Judge dismisses meme stock lawsuit against Robinhood and Citadel Securities. This was reported by the Wall Street Journal today. So Robinhood scored a victory as a federal judge dismissed a lawsuit accusing the firm of colluding with electronic trading company Citadel Securities to stop investors from buying GameStop and other meme stocks in January. The reasoning for this, as you're about to see, is there just wasn't evidence. Evidence unearthed by the investors' lawyers wasn't strong enough to support their accusations of illegal collusion. Remember, in America, you are innocent until proven guilty. The onus is on really the prosecutor here to present the case, and apparently, at least thus far, the evidence was not strong enough. The emails and chats didn't clearly specify what the two firms discussed. And remember, this is coming out of the report that we know it dropped recently, but this was from January of even Vlad was saying, hey, like, is it time for me to meet with Ken? We know that in the normal course of business, this was actually stated by the CEO of Citadel Securities to the government in that congressional panel that, yeah, they talk in the normal day of business because remember, Citadel Securities is one of the largest payment for order flow payers to Robinhood. Robinhood, when you look at its bottom line, its revenue, a lot of that revenue is coming directly from Citadel Securities. Both firms have rejected allegations of collusion and said that the discussions were aimed at ensuring continued market access for Robinhood customers. This is from the judge, and I find this to be particularly interesting. Admittedly, these emails may be somewhat suspicious given the participants and their timing, but given the firm's otherwise lawful ongoing business relationship, the emails failed to make a plausible bias for a collusion lawsuit. So this is one of those things, like I said earlier, you are innocent till proven guilty, but even the judge is saying this situation is a little suspect. It seems like we don't have that smoking gun evidence, and I wholeheartedly believe that given enough time, we will find that evidence. I think this could very well be one of those situations where Citadel did not outright tell Robinhood to get rid of the buy button. I think it could be one of these situations where they strongly suggested to them of fixing a problem, because if they don't, one of their largest sources of revenue, the payment for order flow payer, Citadel, might disappear. And to me, that's really the crux of the issue here, is the fact that so much power is concentrated in such few of players that we're relying on people such as Citadel Securities and Virtu to wield that power properly, and I'm just not betting that they are. Let me continue. In September, the exposure of the communications between Robinhood and Citadel Securities drew widespread attention on social media. Fans of meme stock investing briefly made hashtag Ken Griffin lied a trending hashtag on Twitter, contending that the billionaire founder of Citadel Securities lied when he denied influencing Robinhood's decision. Citadel Securities rejected what it called internet conspiracies and Twitter mobs. Now, I like the wording of this because a lot of people are just saying that he lied simply because of the fact that, like, we know they talk. Of course we know we talk. That's not a lie. He's never said that they have not spoken as companies. We know they speak probably daily. It's more exactly how this author put it. Denied influencing Robinhood's decision. That's where we need the evidence. The evidence isn't about them talking. The evidence, what we're looking for is, did Citadel Securities, Ken Griffin, have any influence on Robinhood's decision to get rid of the buy button? And I would take it a step further, even if they didn't. In some magical la-la land that they did not, I would say, why can they do that anyway? I think the DTCC, the NSCC needs to update the rules and procedures. And if there's some sort of risk event, such like there was in January, no one should be able to trade the stock until the risk event is actually fixed. At minimum, I would argue we need an improvement of the procedures and steps followed. Robinhood welcomed the ruling. This further confirms that the conspiracy theory of a collusion has no basis in fact. Well, I think this is a good point to bring up the fact that karma is a bitch. With them and their egocentric commentary, basically calling retail stupid and always acting like they know what's best, guess who just hit a new all-time low? Robinhood. This is exactly why when I was on TV a while ago and I was asked about Robinhood, you had all these other people, these true professionals who, wow, Vlad, such a visionary, a gift from God himself. So great. He completely changed the world of trading. This company is awesome. That's what they said. I went on national TV and I said, I have 3 words related to Robinhood. Bearish, bearish, bearish. You know what? It just hit an all-time high. That's what you get for being condescending. That's what you get for lying to the public. That's when you're acting just completely narcissistic. And most importantly, when you're putting profits over really the good of your clients, when you're going out of your way, and this is quotes from Gary Gensler himself, they went out of their way to accept higher payment for order flow, more money for worse order execution. Apparently, when you have piss poor order execution, this is exactly what your company gets. And I would argue it's exactly what your company deserves. One more thing, let me just finish this up. The lawsuit, which has been seeking class action status, could still be revived. The plaintiffs have until December 20th to file a modified version of the suit. So I just want to bring that up because it's not dead. And there's also various other suits against Robinhood and Citadel Securities still currently going on. Planning to file, the lawyer of the class action lawsuit is planning on filing an amending complaint in response to the decision. Wednesday ruling doesn't affect the other lawsuit against Robinhood over the January 28th Gamestop restrictions, which accuses the firm of negligence and various other violations. If what they did isn't negligence and various other violations, I'm going to lose quite a bit of faith in our justice system. So that is the update on Robinhood. That's the update on this case. I'm just trying to keep all of you informed. And like I said, I think the company is getting exactly what it deserves. But on more of a positive note, let's talk about Gamestop, which is currently trading at 210, kind of a day. It's opening and it's closed roughly the same, kind of a premium burn day, but some cool news. Loopring CEO moves 61.3 million LRC, Loopring, triggering GameStop NFT speculation. A massive transaction of 61.3 million LRC occurred on the network. Speculators think that it could be preparations for a GameStop NFT marketplace. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, definitely hope that it is. The influx of liquidity and performance of layer 2 solutions would help the NFT initiative of a major business. Let me just give you the details you need to know. Investors and market speculators are having a field day after a recent Loopring transaction has them thinking that it could be related to GME. Love it. On November 16, a deposit of 61.3 million LRC worth $165 million on the Loopring exchange occurred. The assets were also moved from layer 1 to layer 2. So Reddit user prof_dank memes, shout out dank memes, I'm a fan myself, spotted this transaction and said that the address that initiated the transfer had connections. The connection in question is allegedly previously connected to the CEO and founder of Loopring, Daniel Wang. The user emphasizes that this could be a personal stake being moved from layer 1 to layer 2. There was a little bit of a typo. But overall, is this hardcore evidence? No, but it's pretty strong speculation, especially leading into all the other developments we know about Loopring, GameStop, the marketplace, their NFT marketplace. So is it perfect evidence? Is this guaranteeing everything? No, but it's kind of a strong indicator is the best way I could put it. If you want to read more about this story or even the judge story here, I will make sure to link both of these in the description below. So GameStop, obviously with that, I want to just quickly explain what's going on with AMC. We had another fake out breakout, so we're back in this wedge. The closest support is around 38.5, but 40 is a nice technical level that we bounced off of today. Right now, it's still consolidating in this overall bullish pennant. We have to wait on that one. And GameStop's not too different. Recently, it broke out, made a higher low. So I want to see if it can hold above 210. Would love this breakout about 217-ish. So that's a quick update on two of our favorite moon stocks. So Robinhood not doing well today, but you know what did very, very well? And I brought this up and I was just trying to explain it a little bit on stream. Let me just clear this up for you very, very quickly. Nvidia, pretty solid day. It was up 8%. I just want to bring this up because, you know, Pelosi never ever seems to lose on a trade. So why Nvidia was up so much today, the world's golden example of processing chips, and I covered this in yesterday's update video, it easily beat earnings. It beat across the board. Revenue, earnings per share, gaming revenue, data center revenue, and even the AI revenue grew by a considerable amount. So it's up 8%, hit a new all-time high. The only thing I wanted to bring up here is I'm an investor in Nvidia. I'm a long-term investor. I don't actively trade it. I just want to bring up that there are three gaps to the south side that need to be filled now: 305, 268, and 233. I think these will be filled because similar to the S&P 500, we hit a new high, but the R side didn't follow. Seem a little bit of a mismatch there. But I also just want to bring up the fact that it seems like Pelosi never, ever loses. On a different note here, RVIN IPO'd back on November 10th. The originally priced at 708 came in at 106, gapped up right away by 36%, and then from there ran all the way up to 179. At one point, RVIN was worth over 150 billion with a B dollars. If you do that quick math, the fact that the company's only delivered 156 vehicles in total, I'm not talking 1,000, I'm talking about 156. That means that for every vehicle delivered, this company was worth $1 billion. That's crazy. At one point, it went Tesla, Toyota, and then RVIN. RVIN at one point was the number 3 automaker in the world, outpacing Ford, GM, and Volkswagen. Right now, with the fall off over the past 2 days, it has dropped to number 4, but it's still worth more than GM, Ford, Lucid. It's just Volkswagen retook the spot as number 3. So when I saw this and I was looking at the technicals, especially the close below 125, I bought puts early this morning, and I was going to get out. That would have been the smart move to just lock in these because it was a little bit of a risky trade. But on stream today, I did a poll and people said I have to YOLO it till tomorrow. And hey, why not? I trust in the public. Let's see how this one plans out. But from a very honest, like I guess TA technical perspective, if it stays below 125, I'm very much watching 115. If it breaks below 115, I'm watching the key psychological level of 100. I am a fan of RVIN. I'm a fan of the EV sector. I just think with this, the IPO hype and also just the hype of EV right now, especially with oil being sky high, the cart just got put in front of the horse. I think it's that simple, and it just needs a very realistic, healthy correction, and then I think at that point, it could start trading like a normal stock. So in the very short term, I'm bearish, but medium and long term, I'm 100% bullish on RVIN. So with all that being said, I would love to get your thoughts on anything that I mentioned in a comment below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help me out with the algorithm and get it in front of other people, it would be greatly appreciated if you could drop a like. And if you haven't already, don't forget to join up with the Moon Gang by hitting that subscribe button. I'll catch you in the next video. And of course, from me and Chair, best of luck in the markets.